Hello and welcome back to another episode of Banish the Doubt. Today's topic, if there is such a thing, is simply choosing your own greatness, choosing to live, to be a no limit person. You are the sum total of all of your thoughts that you have chosen up until now. There are two types of motivation in life. First motivation is deficiency. You want to ask the question, can I grow? Can I grow from this point? Because you are the sum total of all your thoughts until this point right now. Can I grow? Versus, why did I do it this way? Deficiency motivation says, I can't. I don't know why this is. Deficiency motivation becomes your life that is a series of trying to get somewhere else. Deficiency motivation could be encapsulated as, let's say, this year, 2024, you say, I am going to have $1 million or let's say $100,000 liquid in my account. After all my bills are paid, I have $100,000 liquid. Deficiency motivation, you see, you never arrive. It's never enough. A no limit person never says, I don't have enough. The deficiency motivated person gets to that $100,000 and then that's it. Okay, so now I need more. They always need more. They're never satisfied. These are the two different types of motivation in the world. A deficiency motivation says, I don't like what I've done. I'm always needing more. It's saying it's an assumption that I'm deficient at something. It's never being completely satisfied. A no limit person, they'll accept themselves for who they are. So a person with a deficient motivation says, let's say, as an example, I'm having somebody come over and I say, hey, look, you're traveling a long distance to get here. Why don't you just stay the night? And that person will, oh, well, I don't know. Well, do you have a place to sleep? Yeah, I've got this cot you can sleep on. Oh, no, I couldn't. I got sciatica. I couldn't. No, no. And well, we can have breakfast in the morning. All right. Well, what do you have for breakfast? Well, not much. I got a couple of grapefruits. Grapefruits. Yeah, they got a couple spots on them. Spots. Oh, no, no, no. I could never do that. No, eat grapefruits with spots. No. The no limit person says, sure. You only have the curb to sleep in? I've slept in a curb before. Sure, not a problem. Grapefruits. That's what I love. Grapefruits. The spots. Oh, grapefruits with spots. Sure, wonderful. Now, of course, I'm exaggerating, but these are the two types of different motivations. You choose with your thoughts every single day. As you think, so shall you be. You and I, when we were brought into this world, everything we have for this journey here on this world is what we needed. We're perfect. When we come into this world, we are perfect. We have everything we need. The mountains, the oceans, the rivers, the birds, the trees, everything is perfect. There's nothing wrong whatsoever with the universe. Everything is here. It's perfect the way it was designed to be. Everything else happens because of what we think. As you think, so shall you be. 99% of who you are, who I am, we cannot touch it, we cannot feel it, we cannot see it. 99% of who we are, we can't touch, feel, or see. So it's the other. It's the other stuff. Okay? So therefore, being poor is just a mindset. Being rich is just a mindset. And this next part of this talk is very personal to me because I've lived this, which I think maybe a lot of you watching this can recognize or relate to this as well. I want you to think of a clock, okay? And I'll show it here if you can see it. 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and the rest. We come to this earth at 12 o'clock. Our true self. We're perfect. And then as we start to go through life, we start to get to 3 o'clock. We start to pull away from that true self. This is where we start to do things, think things, we start to listen to other people, we start to be unsure about what we want to do in our life, we listen to this person, we listen to that person, we're not sure where we're going, and we're ever pulling away. We're an ego body, we're listening to our ego, that our true self. And as we get older into life, we get to 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock represents the furthest point away from who we are as this divine beings. We are at that point. I know it because at this point in our life is when our body starts to break down. In my case, it was when I found out that I kept getting sick and sick and sick and sick, and I couldn't figure out why. Doctors couldn't figure out why. I kept getting these reoccurring sinus infections, and eventually it led to cancer. And obviously I went through the diagnosis and came out the other side. From 6 o'clock back to 12 o'clock is when we start to become enlightened. We start to slowly get back to who we are at our core. We start to reconnect with source energy, with God, however you want to say it. We fall, we sort of vacillate from time to time. That's part of the journey. But this is why I titled today's talk and my videos as Banishing the Doubt, but today's talk is choosing your own greatness. A person who has a deficiency motivation assumes that I'm deficient in something. Something's wrong with me. I'm trying to fix it. And they end up spending their whole life trying to fix what they perceive as deficient inside of themselves. A no-limit person understands and celebrates the lessons in life. They start to understand that everything in this life, other than our true self, everything in this world, the universe is perfect. Everything else, the sweater I'm wearing, this hairstyle that I have, the chair here, the jacket on the chair, the computer, the desk that it's sitting on, this dry erase board, this trifold here, or the stand here, it all came from our thoughts, guys. Genius is inside of us. It's inside of you. Everybody, every one of you watching this, there's a genius inside of you. It's been there since you came to this earth. You want to get to the point where you choose to connect with that greatness. That greatness, that genius is inside of you. Choose your own greatness. Every thought, action, decision, or feeling creates an eddy in the interlocking, interbalancing, ever moving energy field of life, leaving a permanent record for all time. That's David Hopkins, Power versus Force. Okay? From um, a book by Joseph Murphy, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Okay? Never, ever, from this point forward, this is why I say your life has been a collection of thoughts, of your choices and thoughts up till now. Never ever finish a negative statement. If you want wonders in your life, you want wonders to start to come into your life, you want certain people to come into your life, if you want events to start to transpire in your life, never ever finish a negative statement. Whenever you feel one coming on, guys, reverse it immediately. Start to catch yourself saying, I can't afford, I don't have the money right now. Not I can't afford it. Not I can't buy that. Not, I don't have the money right now. Reverse, okay? Whatever it may be, okay? I can't believe what that person said to, you know what? I understand where they're coming from. I was once like that. Let me give you a quick personal example, okay? Yesterday, I'm driving my daughter. We're driving home, and the street that we're on, we have to get over to make a left-hand turn. It's a left-hand only turn, okay? Just beyond us, as we turn the corner to make that left, is a left-hand only turn that the people come in the opposite direction we're going to make. So there's a line of cars waiting for the red light. My daughter and I, we go to make this left-hand turn in this left-hand turn only lane. Right as we go into that lane, I start to go into that lane, a guy jumps from the line and starts going through that lane to get to the lane behind me. We damn near went head-on collision. I slid my car, well, whatever. It didn't work out. Okay? We're fine. Nothing ever happened. Nothing happened. Okay? I moved over and they moved over and we got past each other. Now, my first reaction was, can you believe this jerk? I can't believe, and then, okay, 6 o'clock, heading back towards 12 o'clock. You know what? And it looked like a young kid's car. Could have been a young kid freaking out in the car coming at me. Reverse it. Reverse the negative statement in the head. Not to get upset. You allow yourself to get upset, you allow the feelings to go through, but then you reverse it and you start to catch yourself and realize, okay, because the old person, right, goes and talks to this person about it, that person about it, this person about it. I'm talking about now to give an example as to how we turn it around, okay? But this is how we start to catch ourselves. Just perfect, a quick example, okay? If I were to have an orange in my hand and I were to squeeze it, what is going to come out? Orange juice, right? Prune juice, right? Nothing like that. Apple juice, orange juice. Why? Because that's what's inside. So when we start to find ourselves in situations as we get squeezed in life, what comes out is what's inside. Is it true for if your mom does it, your brother does it, if your husband, your wife, your mother-in-law, your boss, doesn't matter who does it. If you start to get squeezed, what comes out is what's inside. A no-limit person understands and changes this dynamic inside. Okay? Um, a no limit person understands that, and this is why I started this conversation, this episode off with until now, or our collective thoughts up until now. Everything that's behind us, guys, everything that's behind you and behind me is the wake. We start to live our life where we understand what the person said to us yesterday. Let them have their own opinion if you don't like what they said. Okay. Alan Watts once said, you can't get wet from the word water. You can't get wet from the word water. He also talked about the wake. You've heard me talk about this a few times now. The wake is just a trail that's left behind. The wake is a metaphor of a boat traveling upstream. Metaphorically, you're standing at the stern or the back of the boat, you're looking down, and you're looking at the wake. And you ask yourself, well, what is the wake? It's just a trail that's left behind. That's all it is. What does this wake power the boat? The boat is your life going in this direction. If it's a deficiency motivation, right, you're going in that direction. Deficiency motivated people say, I don't understand why my life is going in this direction. Okay? A no limit person understands and lives their life from the point of perspective that it's a present moment energy and not the wake that's driving the boat, that's pushing the boat in that direction. Okay? That's all it is. We start to leave, we choose, as I said, our choices up until this point, we choose from this point to leave our personal history behind. What the person said, the person acted, where near head-on collision, leave it behind. And we focus now in this now moment. We become now consciousness. We start to tell ourselves over and over again, what time is it? It's now o'clock. Okay? The clock. It's now o'clock. It's like what Eckhart Tolle talked about his great book, The Power of Now. Okay, so the talk today is about learning, about deciding and choosing your own greatness. Whatever that is for you guys, whatever that may be for you, choose today to start living in the moment and not being distracted by politics of the day or whatever else took place. I'm not saying you can't talk, you get involved with that and look at that, but you start to watch it and not be connected to it, not have an attachment. You start to detach ourselves from outcomes. Okay? We could watch the sports on TV, but we're not so emotionally invested in the outcome of the game. It doesn't define who we are. We enjoy watching these incredible athletes at these world-class levels compete. Enjoy it, yes, but we're not attached, okay? Neville Goddard had a tremendous quote that I have on my wall here. I look at all the time, every day. We start to deny the evidence of the senses, what we see, what we hear, what we see, what we listen to, and we assume our own greatness. We assume our wish fulfilled. We assume that we are already that, what we want to be. Because remember, guys, 99% of who you are, who I am, we can't touch it, we can't feel it, we can't see it. As you think, so shall you be. Each one of you watching this video, you are a spark that can grow until you understand you are divine beings. If there's anything that you want in your life, you must first expect it of yourself. Because in every moment of your day, you have this choice. You can either choose to live as a host to source energy, a host to God, or hostage, deficiency, motivation. Choose to live as a no-limit person, or a hostage to that deficiency motivation, or being a hostage to your ego. It's your choice. God bless you.